Hey y'all, it's Mikey. Welcome to the farm. So glad to have y'all here with us today. And if you are new to our channel, welcome to the farm. So glad to have y'all. And y'all, it's gotten cold here in South Carolina. We are a high of 48, I believe, today, and down to a low of 27. So we've been waiting for the sun to come up, let things warm up a little bit before we get out and get some things done around here. And we know we haven't shown a whole lot of footage lately of just taking care of the farm animals and getting them fed. And I got a visitor here, one of our new additions. Today, we are going to be going around and getting all the animals fed. We've been so busy with other projects that we've been filming for y'all, getting the deck done, working on this walk-in cooler so we can get pigs processed, and just getting ready for the holidays. It's just been a busy time of year. So today we are going to go around and show y'all all the things that get done on the farm, even when we're filming all these projects. This is stuff that has to get done every day. So we hope y'all enjoyed today's video. And if you're new here, welcome again. And be sure you like and subscribe and continue following us along on our journey. So I've got some cow feed, dog treats, and chicken feed. Got some hungry babies. Hey buddy, you gonna help me feed? Oh, here's your treat. All right. Hey Brownie. Hey girl. So Tucker and Crescent are outside today. I don't know if they think too much about that. They like being inside. You want to come, Shep? Come on. So I'm sure y'all can hear the blower in the background. Hubby's back there working, trying to get, excuse me y'all, trying to get the area behind the barn burned off and cleaned up today, and hopefully gonna be getting some seed put out there soon. So here's Crescent and Tucker. They have to have their treats. Let's finish getting the rest of these chickens fed. Whew. Hungry chickens. So, did I say that everything that we were going to be doing today is what we do every day on the farm? Well, I lied. Some of this stuff does not get done every day, but the animals, we always feed and check their water every day. The top of this, I usually clean off and scrape every day. As you can see, it hasn't been done in a couple of days because we have been busy with other things. So I'm almost finished cleaning out the nesting areas. This needed to be done, so we're getting this done today. I'm going to put in some diatomaceous earth. It helps to cut down on the chickens contracting any type of mites or anything. We want to do everything we can to keep all of our animals healthy around here. And I'm going to put fresh, clean shavings in their nesting boxes for them. So, gotta finish getting this cleaned out. So, a paint scraper comes in handy for more things than just that. It's good at scooping up dried up poo. So usually this is my job here on the farm. Like I said, hubby works a full-time job outside of the farm, and while he's at work, it's my responsibility to get all the animals fed and pretty much tend to the farm. And so since hubby's been off and we've been busy with all the other things and everything, hubby's been helping me come out here and get animals fed and keep up with them. But I don't think he likes scooping up poo as much as I do. That was a joke, y'all. But just stuff like this, it just has to be done. So I want to make sure all the animals are in a clean area. So that's why we do it. Usually it's not on here where it's this hard to get up, especially if you keep up with it on a daily basis. You'll have a couple of spots that are dried up, but like I said, this cold weather and just a couple of days of missing it, it's got pretty dried up on there and frozen chicken poo. All the chicken poo gets raked up. I'm going to put it in the tractor bucket. We're going to haul it off and put it in a compost pile. Chicken manure has a lot of, it's high in nitrogen, and we will eventually use this for our flower beds, garden area, and stuff like that. Once it composts down, we don't put the manure straight in the garden. We let it compost down a little bit because, like I said, it is very high in nitrogen. So we want it to decompose some before we put it out and utilize it for fertilizer. All right, so once I get all the nesting boxes cleaned out, I come through and just sprinkle some diatomaceous earth in each of the boxes. And we usually just use old coffee containers and usually save the lids. Hubby drills holes in the top, and y'all, I can't find my lid today, of course, so I'm just going to do it by hand. But I usually just put some in the bottom of their nesting boxes. They'll get in there and scratch that around. All right, we'll put a little bit on the top of their roosting area. get up here on the top of their nesting boxes. So I just take it and just kind of sprinkle it throughout the coop. And it is much easier to put out when you got the lid and some holes and you just sprinkle it out. Alright, so let me go get some shavings, get that topped off, and we'll be done in here. Alright, I got my shavings. You just pick these up from either the mill or Tractor Supply. They're just pine shavings. So I'm just going to put some up in their nesting boxes. And another thing I wanted to say, the diatomaceous earth, the type that I put out is a food grade type. So I also use the diatomaceous earth in the animal feed to help deworm our dogs, cows, goats, chickens, pigs. So I've even put it in juice for myself sometimes, y'all. Because with everything that we eat nowadays and all the chemicals and everything that go into them, I tell you what, we all got parasites, whether we want to believe it or not. So anyway, it's always a good idea to keep your animals and yourself dewormed and detoxed every once in a while. I know it sounds gross, but it's just a part of life. And after I finish doing this, I'm going to take y'all and show you a little surprise that we found. Looks like hubby's about to smoke us out, but he's got that burning pretty good over there. It's done really good. We haven't had any strong winds today or anything like that. Good day to burn. Get all that cleaned out over there. I think the smoke and the cool air today got my nose running a little bit. Got a little bit of the sniffles. But I'm going to tell y'all something. That concoction that hubby made with the turmeric and the ginger and pineapple juice, I think it worked, y'all. Because, knock on wood, I have not gotten a cold. So my $6 juice that I bought while we were out, as soon as I started feeling it a little bit coming on, drank some of that, and hubby's concoction, I think it did the trick. All right, we got that done, so I'm gonna fill them up some fresh water. I've already fed these chickens today. Y'all saw me down by the fence dumping it over to them, but I'm gonna fill their feeder up and get them some fresh, clean water up here. And this coop is done, y'all. We've got 3 chicken coops here. We've got this one, the smaller one where you saw me feed the barred rock chickens. We also have a bigger one down at the picnic shelter. So we've got chickens everywhere around here. So I'll be doing the same thing to those coops that I did to this one, getting them cleaned out, fresh shavings for their nesting boxes, getting some DE put in, checking their water and their feed. I told y'all I was going to show y'all a little surprise. Well, found a mess of chicken eggs. We have a hen that has found a spot right here in the corner on the back side of the chicken coop and the side of the barn, laying a mess of eggs down there. Now, I'm going to tell y'all a little secret that some of you may know, but something that I have learned and wanted to pass it along and share it with you. Hubby said we hadn't had any eggs in a while. Well, our chickens are usually pretty good about laying eggs. A lot of chickens, now is the molting season, they'll stop laying eggs during the colder seasons. Now, we get scratch from Wagner Milling Company. And I'm going to tell y'all something. There's some secrets in that will definitely help your chickens lay if you want chicken eggs throughout the winter. And I can't tell you everything that Mr. David puts in his scratch, but I will give you a couple of hints. If you're wanting your chickens to lay eggs and they're molting or just not laying good for you, amp up their feed with some high protein dog food or fish food. So I know that sounds crazy, but yeah, you can definitely use high protein dog food or fish pellets, just your pond fish pellets. They're high in protein, and feed them to your chickens and see if that makes a difference in their egg laying. Was that a pen that you've been missing for a while, hubby?
Looks like it. Probably one I had in holding the scrape blade onto the tractor on the 3-point hitch.
We find all kinds of stuff up here. What was it? I found a coin from, was it?
It was 1800s.
Something. Was it from Germany?
Yeah, I think Germany.
And I love finding stuff like that. And it's always nice to have an old piece of history to just remind us of the days gone by.
Yeah.
Be nice if we could get some of those old days back today. Yeah, because all this new, I don't know. I kind of agree with Katie over at the Presley Girls. How much progress have we really made, y'all? All this technology, because I'm not seeing it. I think we're going backwards more than forwards.
I do too, because how can you have a TV that used to would hold up for 50-something years and back in the old days, and then now you got a TV and it don't last a year or two?
Yeah.
So we're in a disposable world, so they haven't made things better. They've made things worse.
Right.
They don't last.
And think about the knowledge that it took back then to come up with all this, you know, to make a TV that would actually last forever. Your refrigerator, your washing machine, your dryer. And now we're supposed to be smarter. We're supposed to have all this extra technology, but we can't seem to make things last anymore like they used to.
No, they could. It's all a money thing.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Nobody makes money off of a TV that lasts 50
But it's
years.
also making us a dumber generation too, because we're relying too much on technology to do things for us. So another thing that gets done around here is the barn gets raked out, and the chickens have already been in here and pecking around, scratching around all the poo, which is good because it breaks it all down and makes even better fertilizer, y'all. So let's get all this cleaned up for the cows to come in tonight. So if you don't like working around poo and stepping in it, I wouldn't recommend farmline. Definitely gonna get poop on the bottom of your shoes, for sure. Sorry, I hit the camera with the rake. I don't know if it moved y'all or not. And if y'all can hear, the dogs are down there barking. That's Tucker and Crescent. They're still outside. Rocky and Bear and Dottie are enjoying a day inside. They don't get to enjoy that as much as Tucker and Crescent do. But they got a break today, enjoying the indoors. But they're down there barking. The cows are irritating them. The cows go up to the fence and agitate them. I think they enjoy agitating the dogs. But that's what all that barking and commotion is going on for. So for any of y'all that are new here, we have 5 dogs that are German Shepherd and Dalmatian mixed. And that is Tucker, Crescent, Rocky, Bear, and Dottie. And we also have a livestock guardian dog, Shep. And we brought in a new addition, another livestock guardian. She's probably about 9 weeks old now. So we got her as an addition to put out in the pasture with Shep, because you have livestock guardian dog or know anything about them, they work a whole lot better in pairs. So I worry about Shep being out by himself. We have had signs and sounds of coyotes again around, and I don't like him being out there by himself, and it gives us sleepless nights because every time he barks, we're up checking. So hopefully we can get the coyote ordeal under control soon, because there is obviously a pack of them around. Just another thing that you have to contend with and do when you're working a farm, because if you got chickens and farm animals, I mean, heck, even a dog or a cat, you got to be careful for hawks or coyotes, foxes, raccoons, possums. So, you know, they got to eat too. So we just don't like them hanging around. So just like the chicken manure, the cow manure gets raked up. I'm gonna get this put in the tractor bucket, haul it off for the compost pile, let it break down some, and again, we'll utilize it for our garden and our flower bed. Make some good soil, y'all. So this little scooper right here, I'm gonna tell you, this thing is coming handy. My mother-in-law bought this for me for Christmas. I believe it was last year. One of the best Christmas presents I've gotten. Sure makes my life easier. This is Shepherd, our livestock guardian dog. He is Great Pyrenees and Anatolian Shepherd mixed. Y'all can see he's almost like a big teddy bear. And if any of y'all aren't familiar with livestock guardian dogs, I tell you, they do have good temperaments, but you do have to watch them. Yeah, because they can get pretty aggressive when it comes to their food bowl. Isn't that right, buddy? Yeah. Say I guard my food bowl pretty good along with the rest of the animals around here. And Grace is our new addition, our new livestock guardian dog. She's inside right now. She is, like I said, only about 9 weeks old, so she's still too young to put out here full-time with Shep. But she'll be out here before long, won't she, buddy? So you'll have help guarding everything. You'll have some help. Y'all can see he's just the sweetest thing. Every time I get the barn cleaned out, Brownie has to come up and investigate. Did I do a good job? He says I did a good job. So this is Brownie. He is our bull. I was gonna say bull calf. He's not a calf anymore. He's about 2 years old. He's still young. And y'all can see he's got his horns coming in, so he likes a horn rub. But he is a Zebu. All of our cows here are Zebus. This is Lacey. She was born here last year on hubby's birthday. So this is Daisy. Y'all saw her earlier. She was born in July here. And her mama, Nancy, the white cow. And Nancy is also Lacey's mama. Nancy was bred before she came here. So that's how we ended up with Lacey. And if any of y'all know anything about Zebus, Lacey here is considered painted. You know, a lot of people that homestead and farm, they raise Angus or Hereford or Jersey cows. But we had to be a little bit different, y'all. We got Zebus, and you just have to come up with whatever suits your needs and what's best for you and your farm. And we chose these cows. Number one, I'm new at all this and just learning how to care for animals, garden, the whole 9 yards of farm life, y'all. So y'all can see they're not very big cows. This is Bucky. He is the youngest of our addition and quite a surprise. And the red cow you see going back there, that is Ruby. So Ruby and Nancy are older cows when they came to us. And so far we've had 3 that have been born here. So, hey Daisy. Hey Birdie. She's so sweet. But y'all can see, like, they're just good cows. They have a good demeanor about them. And for me, when we first got Nancy and Ruby and Brownie was only about 3 months old when he came to the farm. And for me, it was a little intimidating dealing with such a bigger animal. After I got used to them and they got used to me and getting to know their personalities, their demeanor, I tell you what, for me, they were the best choice for us in our farm and have really broken me in good to this type of lifestyle. Because I think if I would have ended up getting a bigger cow, it would have been a lot harder and definitely a lot more intimidating. The other day when we went to Wagner and we were helping Miss Tracy out feeding the animals, I will tell you, being in the gate with those horses as big as they were, that was quite intimidating. So, but anyway, so that's the reason for the breed cows that we got, and let y'all know what type of cows we have and just introduce y'all to some of the animals around here. So anyway, but if you go back and look at any of my past videos, y'all will definitely see the relationship and the bond that I have gotten with Brownie since we've had him. So anyway, it's quite interesting. It's amazing how you can bond yourself to an animal and they can bond yourself to you and provide you with a whole lot more than just milk or meat. But anyway, but we'll be using him to breed for us, produce more cows. Y'all, we are not a cattle farmer by any means. We're looking in the future. The reason for these cows, we're going to be raising them to sell offspring. So that's what we're looking at doing. Like I said, Lacey, being a painted cow, she would go for a lot of money. And I'm like a couple of $1,000s, y'all. But anyway, right now it is what it is. And that's where we're at with our cows and why we chose the breed that we chose. But I do want to tell y'all, I don't think I was kind of clear on the Zebu. They are known as a working cow. They're an older breed. I'm thinking, I may be wrong on this, y'all. They derive from India or somewhere like that, I believe. And they used them for both meat, milk, and a working cow. That's why they have that big hump you see on the top of their shoulder, in between their shoulder blades. But anyway, the cows that we do have, the Zebu, you can use them for meat or milk. So, you know, we're not looking at doing that right now with our cows. We're just looking at just simply raising them, selling their offspring for just some extra money for us in the farm. But, you know, if things ever got to a point, you know, we have them if needed. I am just about to finish up here. I like to just get right here in front of the door. Number one, when they walk in, they don't get it all on the bottom of their feet, hooves, excuse me, and us walking up in here, so. But, like I said, not too many homesteaders raise Zebu cattle. There are some that do, so you probably haven't really heard too much about that breed, and just wanted to explain it to you why we chose that breed for our farm. Now, knowing what I know now, would I bring on that breed if I was starting a farm? That's a good question, and I don't know if I can honestly answer that, because I do love their demeanor. They can be utilized for a work cow if you needed. You can still use them for meat and milk. They're not going to be like your A1 Jersey cow milk, but you know, they serve their purpose here. But I don't know, if I had to start over again, and you know, something ever happened to our Zebu, and we quit raising them, I would probably go with a Hereford. They are a smaller breed cow as well. You can get them smaller breed, and those would be probably a good type of cow for a small farm or homestead like we have here.
Couldn't ask for any better than this. I'm really happy with this. The way it's burning off. It's burning nice and slow, burning up the sticks and everything. And I don't believe it. None of this here has ever been burned. Down there where the gate was originally, when this was Nelson and Loretta's pen, it'd been burnt in that area before, and the grass actually started coming up that spring. But this up here, as far as I know, has never been burned off like this. So this is definitely a plus.
And if y'all ever want to know the reason why a farmer wakes up so early in the morning, is so they can get stuff done. Because it takes time to run a farm and do all the chores and things that get done. I couldn't even imagine, like, this is just a small farm, what it would take for a big farm. But you got to get up early to get it all done. And today, because it being so cold out here, I'm a little behind. Hey, Nancy. What you doing, girl? Tell everybody hey. Daisy's having fun. Are you excited, girl? What you so excited for? Goodness. She got a ball of energy all of a sudden. And that's what I was talking about. I don't know if y'all can see. That's probably a good shot of it right there. Y'all can see that big old hump right there on Brownie in between his shoulder blades. And that is a trait of a Zebu.
I got to speak.
Well, you got to. You trying to say I'm short?
Just a little bit. I'm having to go down here to get in the camera. Maybe I'll back up.
Back way up. Y'all see how it is around here.
Ethan Shep's taller than Mama.
Well, you know, it's not hard. I'm not the tallest. But anyway, all right, y'all. So hubby got the pigs and the goats and the rabbits and the other chickens down by the picnic shelter fed for me earlier today while I was cleaning out coops. And of course, I didn't bring you along showing you the rest of the coops. Once you get one, you get them all, right? So anyway, but we got the barn cleaned out today, got the chicken coops cleaned out. All the animals have been fed. And I apologize because hubby did not bring y'all along feeding the pigs and the rabbits and the rest of the crew around here, but we will continue bringing you along, introducing you to all the farm animals around here, and continue showing you what it's like day to day on the farm here. We appreciate y'all coming along with us. Y'all take care. God bless.
God bless.
Y'all come back and see us soon.